Welcome to the audiobook. Today's topic is Kingdom Fungi. The fungi constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. They show a great diversity in morphology and habitat. You must have seen fungi on a moist bread and rotten fruits. The common mushroom you eat and toadstools are also fungi. White spots seen on mustard leaves are due to a parasitic fungus. Some unicellular fungi, example yeast, are used to make bread and beer. Other fungi causes disease in plants and animals, which are wheat rust causing Puccinia is an important example. Some are the source of antibiotics, example penicillium. Fungi are cosmopolitan and occur in air, water, soil, and on animals and plants. They prefer to grow in warm and humid places. Have you ever wondered why we keep food in refrigerator? Yes, it is to prevent food from going bad due to bacterial and fungal infections. With the exception of yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are filamentous. Their bodies consist of long cylinder thread-like structure called hyphae. The network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Some hyphae are continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm. These are called sinusoidal hyphae. Others have septa or cross walls in their hyphae. The cell walls of fungi are composed of chitin and polysaccharides. Most fungi are heterotrophic and absorb soluble organic matter from dead substrates and hence are called saprophytes. Those that depend on living plants and animals are called parasites. They can also live as symbionts in association with algae as lichens and with roots of higher plants as mycorrhiza. Reproduction in fungi can take place by vegetative means, fragmentation, fission, and budding. Asexual reproduction is by spores called conidia or sporangiospores or zoospores, and sexual reproduction is by oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. The various spores are produced in distinct structures called fruiting bodies. The sexual cycle involves the following three steps. Step number 1, fusion of protoplasm between the two motile and non-motile gametes called plasmogamy. Fusion of protoplasm between two motile and non-motile gametes called plasmogamy. Second is fusion of two nuclei called karyogamy. And third is meiosis in zygote resulting in haploid spores. When a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating type come together and fuse. In some fungi, the fusion of two haploid cells immediately results in diploid cells 2n. However, in other fungi, Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, an intervening dikaryotic stage n plus n, it implies 2 nuclei per cell occurs. Such as condition is called dikaryon, and the phase is called dikaryophase of fungus. Later, the parental nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. The fungi forms fruiting bodies in which reduction division occurs, leading to formation of haploid spores. The morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation, and fruiting bodies form the basis for the division of kingdom into various classes. 2.3.1 Phycomycetes. Member of Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats and on decaying wood in moist and damp places or as obligate parasites on plants. The mycelium is aseptate and cynocytic. Asexual reproduction takes place by zoospores motile or by aplanospores non-motile. These spores are endogenously produced in sporangium. A zygospore is formed by fusion of two gametes. These gametes are similar in morphology, isogamous or dissimilar, anisogamous or oogamous. Some common examples are mucor, rhizopus, the bread mold mentioned earlier, and albugo, the parasitic fungi on mustard. Ascomycetes, commonly known as sac fungi. The ascomycetes are mostly multicellular, example penicillium, or rarely unicellular, example yeast, Saccharomyces. They are sporophytic, decomposers, parasitic, or coprophilous, growing on dung. Mycelium branched and septate. The asexual spores are conidia produced exogenously on special mycelium called conidiospores. Conidia on germination produce mycelium. Sexual spores are called ascospores, which are produced endogenously in sac-like asci, singular ascus. These asci are arranged in different type of fruiting bodies called ascocarps. Some examples are Aspergillus, figure 2.5b, Calviceps, and Neurospora. Neurospora is used extensively in biochemical and genetic work. Many members like morels and truffles are edible and are considered delicacies. Basidiomycetes. Commonly known forms of basidiomycetes are mushrooms, bracket fungi, or puffballs. They grow in soil, on logs and trees, stumps, and in living plant bodies as parasites. Example, rust and smuts. The mycelium is branched and septate. The asexual spores are generally not found, but vegetative reproduction by fragmentation is common. The sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy is brought about by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different strains or genotypes. The resultant structure is dikaryotic, which ultimately gives rise to basidium. Karyogamy and meiosis take place in basidium, producing 4 basidiospores. The basidiospores are exogenously produced on the basidium, plural basidia. The basidia are arranged in fruiting bodies called basidiocarps. Some common members are agaricus mushroom, figure 2.5c, Astilago smut, and Puccinia rust fungus. Deuteromycetes, commonly known as imperfect fungi because only the asexual or vegetative phases of these fungi are known. When the sexual form of these fungi were discovered, they were moved into classes they rightly belong to. It is also possible that the asexual and vegetative stage has been given one name and placed under Deuteromycetes, and the sexual stage another and placed under another class. Later, when the linkages were established, the fungi are correctly identified and moved out of Deuteromycetes. Once perfect sexual stages of members of Deuteromycetes were discovered, they were often moved to Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. The Deuteromycetes reproduce only by asexual spores known as conidia. The mycelium is septate and branched. Some members are saprophytes or parasite, while a large number of them are decomposers of litter and help in mineral cycling. Some examples are Alternaria, Coletotrichum, and Trichoderma. Okay.